Vincent Browning and Shelly Lumpkin, they own a steer.
Okay.
A giant steer. Okay. They're from Texas, so pets are bigger in Texas, right? Everything's bigger in Texas. My dumb friend, Aaron. I mean, I shouldn't call him dumb. He's a nice guy. But, man, he had to challenge you. Everything in Washington growing up.
Because he was from Texas?
Nothing was as big as it was in Texas. There was a nightclub. It opened up. It was 5 stories. It was 5 different nightclubs, okay?
Yeah.
I was explaining it to him. I was like, well, that's a pretty cool nightclub. You know, there are 5 different themes. Like a sports bar on the bottom,
5 different
country
clubs,
line dancing place in the middle. It's 5 stories. It's tall, you know. It's a big building. He's like, oh, I ain't nothing. In Houston?
So that's where the one-upper came from?
Well, Houston.
One-uppers came from? That all came from Texas.
In Houston, we had one that's 13 stories tall. The 13th store is called the Unlucky Floor.
Why do they all sound like that? Is that because they got a cha in?
I don't know. I'm like,
in Houston?
Every time a story, he's like, that ain't nothing. In Houston, I would just tune him out because I'm like, okay, I get it. Everything's bigger in Houston. Vincent and Shelly have a steer. They decided to take their steer to the Petco because they wanted to test the all-leashed pets are welcome policy to see if it would work. It's an African Watusi steer who makes appearances at rodeos and other events.
It's a big cow. It would be a bull, but when they make a steer, they castrate him.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be like,
So they let
aggressive.
it through the doors at Petco. And they're walking through with the steer, snickering, probably thinking,
"Damn, the steer might be as wide as some of the aisles."
We're gonna get these guys. And an employee comes up to him and says, "Hey, how's it going?" Comes up, scratches the steer between the horns, takes some pictures. Other dog trainers are coming out. Dogs are walking around the steer, and they totally
embraced it.
Let the steer come in. So all leashed pets are fully welcomed at Petco because that pushed the limits of it.
I wonder if the steer took a dump. Those things will just go anytime, like a horse.
The Texas Petco store employees even called them one of their favorite customers when it was all said and done.
You got a Petco up there in the North County? I'm sure you do, right?
Yes, we do.
Somebody from Creston ought to come in on a horse and
test it out from a local angle.
Do they have anything for steers and horses at Petco?
I don't know.
Maybe a new lead rope?
The thing is, if you want... if I was Petco, my policy would be to want bigger animals to come in because bigger animals require more money to get them taken care of, right? So you got the bigger animals coming in. Like I'd want St. Bernards all day long coming in, because they eat a lot of food.
Right.
Big
I don't
dogs.
think Petco has got, bales of alfalfa in the back and
That's
grain
true.
for cows.
It's not a grange. It's not a feed store.
But who knows? Maybe they got him a chew toy.
Petco got the last laugh when they used it as a publicity photo and put it on their Facebook and said, when we say all pets are welcome, we mean all pets are welcome. Thanks for stopping by the store, Oliver. Do you think those people were upset, Vincent and Shelly, were upset that they didn't get won over on Petco, or were they like,
they probably, I think
Petco's a good place.
I think it'd be funny to try it, but if they embraced it, I think I would think that's pretty cool. So good on Petco.
So You've never taken,
what's the difference between, I don't know what the difference between Petco and PetSmart is. They both groom, right?
They're the same store.
Yeah, we take,
but they're owned by different people. Yeah, it's the same type of store.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in the one in Arroyo Grande over there by the, what's it by? Oh, it's by the Pier 1 Imports.
Mm-hmm. So.
I don't know what it is, but we take our dog in there all the time.
I was taking my dogs to Petco for a long time to get their haircut. And then they started doing a bad job. And I was like, I got to switch over to PetSmart. So I went over to PetSmart. They did a really good job for a long time. But the thing is, they did a really good job. And a lot of people found out that they did a really good job. And I call up and I say, I need to get my dog's haircut. They said, we have an opening in 6 weeks. Like,
yeah, you can't get in.
Can't do that. So I call Petco back. And I'm like, hey, I got to get my dog's haircut.
Hey, remember me? I want to come back.
They're like, okay, we can get you on a Thursday. And I took my dog to Petco, and they did a better job than what they were doing at PetSmart. So they did something to fix their grooming department.
Maybe they got some different groomers in there. New policies.
New policies like letting steers into the store. So
PetSmart, you can bring anything in.
Petco.
You can bring a steer. Petco.
Yeah, Petco.
See how confusing it can be?
Yes,
Petco.
It is.
So, what?
At least the one
if I got a skunk on a leash, I can walk him in there?
If it's on a leash, as long as it's on a leash.
I got an alligator on a leash?
Okay, stop. Are you going to try to one-up the one-uppers from Texas?
I kind of want to.
Hell. You guys take steers in?
I got a gator.
That ain't nothing. Down here in Florida, we take gators into Petco.
What do we got around here? Oh, maybe one of them ostriches down in, was that Bealton?
My neighbors have this pig. Dude, this pig.
Potbelly?
It is a potbelly pig, but it looks like a wild boar, but it's super duper friendly. Super duper friendly.
I always wanted to get a pig.
Like the kids went down and were petting it through the fence the other day and stuff. And, but I mean,
anything goes in Templeton.
That pig would scare the hell out of me if I saw it charging through Petco and I'm walking with my tiny dog. Got my tiny dog on my leash. Come around the corner and let's go this way. Come on, let's go this way.
Just raging through.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.